Hey everybody, and welcome to the Pedal Zone, and welcome to another edition of Tonal Teamwork Faves. I don't know what this is, but in this video I'm going to tackle one of the most asked questions here on the channel, which is how do I connect this to this? And at the same time I'm going to show you my favorite music apps that I like to use with pedals. Before we get into it, I just want to remind you all that this video is going to focus on iOS apps, because that's what I use and that's what I use for my demos. But I'll make sure to make a video for all you Android users later on. Now, let's get into it. Connecting your phone or tablet to your pedals is super easy. Heck, there's a big chance that you have everything you need to do it in your home right now. You simply just need two things. One, a 3.5mm jack cable, also known as a mini jack. These often come supplied with laptop speakers, phones, or other smaller pieces of electronic audio equipment. Two, a 1/4-inch TRS converter plug to go on one end. These very often come supplied with headphones. Oh, and remember, never let your music friends borrow this. Like pics, it will disappear instantly. Alright, now whack them together and boom, you're good to go. A lot of music apps send out stereo information. If you use this cable solution and go straight into a mono pedal, you will lose that stereo information. It won't sound bad. Trust me, I've done this in all my demos. You just won't get the full stereo image the apps were designed to create. But if you want to preserve that stereo information, you can go directly into a pedal with TRS in, like the Meris pedals, or buy a mini jack to stereo mono jack cable, like this one, so you can go directly into any stereo I/O pedal. Before we get into all my favorite apps I like to use with pedals, I want to preface it all with the story behind how I got so hooked on using my phone as an instrument. My fascination with this slowly started in January 2018. I had started this channel the year before, and during that time I had made a ton of demos and hence played a lot of guitar. This sadly led to me getting quite fed up with the 6-string, and I was just not motivated to play it at all. Well, in order to get your love back for something, you sometimes have to take a break from it. And that's exactly what I did. But I of course couldn't take a break from the wonderful world of pedals. So I needed something new to trigger my imagination. And that's when I remembered the Buddha machine. A friend of mine owned this simple plastic box that played back pre-recorded meditative ambient loops. It was so weird, yet so cool. I instantly thought, what would happen if I run something like that through pedals? Something where I could just react to and mold the musical unknown instead of having to create it all the time. I went to their website to see where I could buy one, but while there I discovered that they had an app available with the exact same sounds in it. And boom, my musical life was changed for good. And after that experience, I was simply hooked on finding unique sample-based and generative music apps. So without further ado, here's my 7 favorite apps to use with pedals. Bloom. My first discovery after the Buddha machine was the app Bloom, a generative music app developed by the masters of ambience, Brian Eno and Peter Chilvers. Just press the screen and you're instantly creating bubbling, blooming music. They recently released an updated version called 10 Worlds that feature 9 new sonic landscapes, which all react and sound uniquely different. I like to use this app with bit crushers and deep modulated ambience to bring some grit and mystery into its beautiful, pristine intervals. Moodscaper. This app triggers gorgeous Vangelis-inspired synthpad samples in the mood of your choice, letting you create supreme, spacey soundtracks in seconds flat. I really like to pair this one with textural reverbs and flangers to augment its already stellar sci-fi sounds. GarageBand. I personally think the GarageBand app is super powerful, and you get it for free if you use iOS. You get everything from synths, pianos, samplers, and drum machines in there. I really like its beat sequencer a lot, which is super simple and super fun to use with dirt, spring-like reverbs, and filter effects. Hypnotized. Based on the same principles as Bloom, Eno and Chilverse developed this app specifically to be used at Coldplay live shows during the song Hypnotized to augment and enrich its harmonic structure. Just a super pleasing app to use and listen to. I really like to use this app with glitchy pitch shifting and ambience to add some granular weirdness to its otherwise beautiful harmonic structures. Spacecraft. This is a super cool granular synth app that lets you record a sample of anything you like and then turn it into music via the app's toolset that includes sequencing, pitch shifting, reverb, filters, sample size, and much more. What you're hearing right now in the background is actually a sample of my voice. I like to use this one with wide chorus and shimmer reverbs to send the sounds into outer space. Pianoscaper. Based on the same principles as Moodscaper, Pianoscaper simply triggers beautiful atmospheric piano samples instead. I really like to use this one with lo-fi modulation and dark ambience to give these piano samples an old and eerie feel. Cycle. This simple but fun app lets you create a loop cycle of constantly evolving and slowly decaying notes, played by an instrument of your choice. I really like to pair its vocal chant sounds with vibrato, reverb delay, and moving filters to give the repeating cycles life and movement. Now, I'm not saying what I did in this video is the only way to do it, or the right way to do it for that matter. It's just the way that I do it. I'm by no means an expert, I just like to experiment and have fun. So if you have a different way of doing something similar, or if you just have a really cool music app that you want to share, then please let me know in the comments below. I would love to know. Alright, that was all for me today. I hope you either learned something or at least found yourself mildly entertained. If you did, then please hit those like and subscribe buttons if you haven't already done so. Every like, comment, and share means more than you could possibly know. Thank you for being awesome. Stefan, signing out.